Your belly fat has a secret timer. It won't release a single gram until your body passes through three biological checkpoints. And here's the part that nobody talks about. Most people quit at checkpoint 2, just 24 hours before the fat burning explosion actually begins. Ever notice how your face slims down, your arms get leaner, but that stubborn belly fat just sits there like it's protecting state secrets? There's a biological reason for this. And once you understand it, everything about fat loss suddenly makes sense. Your belly fat cells have what scientists call triple locked doors, while the fat on your arms has screen doors. It's not fair, but it's evolution. Think about it. When you start any diet or fast, where does the weight come off first? Your face, your fingers, maybe your chest. But that belly, it holds on like your life depends on it. Because thousands of years ago, it actually did. This is educational content based on scientific research, not medical advice. Always consult your healthcare professional before starting any fasting protocol, especially if you're pregnant. Breastfeeding have a history of eating disorders, type 1 diabetes, or take medications requiring food. What you're about to discover is the exact timeline of when your body finally decides to unlock those belly fat stores. Hour by hour, we'll track what's happening inside you. And at hour 48, something so remarkable happens that it won a Japanese scientist the Nobel Prize. But most people never make it that far. They quit right before the magic starts. So let's dive into those first crucial 12 hours where absolutely nothing seems to be happening, but your body is actually preparing for something extraordinary. In the first 12 hours of not eating, your body doesn't even realize you're fasting yet. It thinks you just missed a meal, maybe got busy, forgot to eat lunch. No big deal. Your blood sugar starts dropping slightly, and your liver says, "I got this," releasing stored glucose from its glycogen reserves. Think of glycogen as your body's spare change jar. Quick energy kept around for exactly these moments. But here's what's fascinating. Even in these early hours, your growth hormone is already starting to rise. Just a little at first, like someone slowly turning up a dimmer switch. This hormone is about to become your best friend because its job is to protect your muscles while targeting fat. It's like having a bodyguard that only lets the bad guys get hurt. Your insulin levels are still relatively high from your last meal, and insulin is like a strict security guard at the fat cell gates. As long as insulin is elevated, those gates stay locked. Your belly fat cells, they have triple locked doors with deadbolts. The fat on your face and arms. Screen doors that a breeze could open. Meanwhile, your brain is completely unfazed. It's running on glucose like it always does, happy as can be. Your energy feels normal, maybe even good. If you usually experience post-meal crashes, you might think, "This is easy, I could do this forever." But your body hasn't even started the real process yet. The hunger waves come and go, usually lasting about 20 minutes each. That's your stomach releasing ghrelin, the hunger hormone, on its usual schedule. It's like your stomach has an alarm clock that goes off at mealtimes, whether you need food or not. But if you wait those 20 minutes out, something interesting happens. The hunger just disappears, like it was never there. By hour 12, your body is starting to get suspicious. The emergency meeting is about to begin. Between hours 12 and 24, your body shifts from casual concern to active investigation. The liver's glycogen stores are running lower, like a gas tank approaching quarter full. Your body starts having what I call an emergency board meeting. All the hormones gather around and ask, is this a real food shortage or just a delayed meal? This is when norepinephrine enters the conversation. The same hormone that gives you focus during stress starts rising, making you feel surprisingly alert. Ancient humans needed this. When food was scarce, they couldn't afford to feel sluggish. They needed sharp minds to find their next meal. Your body is literally giving you biological coffee. Growth hormone really starts surging, now increasing up to 5 times normal levels. This isn't just protecting muscle anymore, it's actively signaling fat cells to start preparing for mobilization. But remember those triple locked doors on your belly fat. They're still locked tight. Insulin is dropping, but it hasn't dropped enough to open all three locks yet. Your liver starts producing small amounts of ketones like a backup generator doing a test run. These ketones are about to become premium fuel for your brain, but right now they're just trickling in. Your brain doesn't need them yet. It's still got enough glucose, but the machinery is warming up. Some people feel dizzy or lightheaded around hour 18. That's completely normal. Your body is switching fuel systems like a hybrid car, switching from gas to electric. If you feel dizzy and it passes within 30 minutes, you're fine. If it doesn't, especially if you have a racing heart or confusion, that's your body saying stop. Don't be a hero. Listen to those signals. The fascinating part. While all this is happening, your belly fat is still just sitting there watching. It knows something's up, but it's not worried yet. It's seen 24-hour periods without food before. No need to panic. But what it doesn't know is that in the next 24 subdis 24 hours, everything is about to change. Here's where most people quit. Right at hour 24, when they're standing at the door of transformation, they turn around and go home. Because they don't know what's about to happen next. At hour 24, your body makes a decision. This isn't just a missed meal anymore. This is real. The metabolic switch begins to flip, and this is where the Nobel Prize-winning science comes in. In 2016, Japanese scientist Yoshinori Ohsumi won the Nobel Prize for discovering autophagy. The word literally means self-eating. But don't worry, it's the good kind. Your cells start breaking down and recycling damaged proteins, dysfunctional organelles, and cellular junk that's been accumulating for years. Think of it as Marie Kondo arriving in your cells asking each damaged protein, "Do you spark joy?" If not, it gets recycled into fuel. This process peaks between 24 and 48 hours. Your cells are literally eating their broken parts and turning them into energy. Old mitochondria that weren't working properly, recycled. Misfolded proteins that could eventually cause disease, broken down and repurposed. It's the most sophisticated cleaning system imaginable, and it's happening in trillions of cells simultaneously. Meanwhile, insulin has finally dropped low enough to start opening those locks on your belly fat cells. Not all three locks yet, but the first one clicks open around hour 30. The second lock starts loosening around hour 36. Your body is preparing to access its long-term storage vault. Ketone production shifts from a trickle to a steady stream. Your brain starts using these ketones alongside glucose, and something remarkable happens. Many people report mental clarity unlike anything they've experienced before. It's not placebo. Ketones are a more efficient fuel for your brain than glucose. It's like your brain has been running on regular gas your whole life, and suddenly someone puts in premium. But here's what nobody tells you. Between hours 36 and 48, you might feel worse before you feel better. Some call it the fasting flu. Mild headaches, fatigue, irritability. Your body is literally rewiring its metabolism. Every cell is learning to run on fat instead of sugar. It's like teaching an entire city to speak a new language overnight. If you're still going at this point, if you're properly hydrated with adequate electrolytes, and if you don't have any medical conditions that make fasting dangerous, pushing through this phase leads to something extraordinary. Because at hour 48, the third lock on your belly fat cells finally opens. Hour 48 is when the magic happens. All three locks on your belly fat cells are finally open. Insulin is now low enough that visceral fat, that dangerous fat wrapped around your organs, starts mobilizing. And here's the surprising part: visceral fat actually burns faster than the subcutaneous fat under your skin. Think of visceral fat as an active volcano and subcutaneous fat as a dormant mountain. The volcano is metabolically active, constantly releasing inflammatory signals affecting your hormones. When your body finally decides to tap into it, it burns hot and fast. That's why some people notice their blood pressure improving and their blood sugar stabilizing before they see major changes in the mirror. A University of Southern California study found something remarkable at the 72-hour mark. The researchers discovered that fasting for 3 days completely regenerated the entire immune system. Old, damaged white blood cells died off, and stem cells created brand new ones. It's like getting a biological software update, except instead of your phone, it's your immune system getting upgraded. Your brain is now running primarily on ketones, and brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, starts increasing. Think of BDNF as fertilizer for your brain. It promotes the growth of new neurons, protects existing ones, and improves the connections between them. This is why many people report not just clarity but actual improved problem-solving ability during extended fasting. The belly fat that seemed so stubborn, it's now releasing fatty acids into your bloodstream at an accelerated rate. Your liver is converting these fatty acids into ketones so efficiently that your ketone levels might be 10 to 20 times higher than normal. You've become a fat-burning machine, and your belly fat is the primary fuel source. But here's the evolutionary twist nobody talks about. Our ancestors, who could maintain mental sharpness while their belly fat burned, were the ones who survived food scarcity. They could still hunt, still think strategically, still protect their families. The ones whose brains got foggy when belly fat burned. They didn't pass on their genes. You're literally experiencing an ancient survival mechanism that kept our species alive. What surprised you more, that belly fat has triple-locked doors, or that it takes 48 hours to finally get all the keys? Some people experience a phenomenon around hour 60 called the fasting high. Euphoria, boundless energy, almost supernatural mental clarity. This isn't imagination. Your body is producing compounds similar to endorphins. You're literally getting high on your own belly fat burning. After 72 hours, you've entered what researchers call the steady state of fat oxidation. Your body has fully adapted to burning fat as its primary fuel. The belly fat that seemed impossible to lose is now your body's preferred energy source. Every hour you continue, you're primarily burning stored fat, especially from the abdominal region. The USC study I mentioned earlier, the participants who fasted for 72 hours didn't just regenerate immune cells. They showed improved markers for aging, reduced inflammation, and enhanced cellular cleanup. One researcher described it as flipping a regenerative switch. Your body isn't just burning belly fat anymore. It's renovating itself at the cellular level. But let's be real about safety here. Extended fasting beyond 72 hours isn't for everyone. If you have any history of eating disorders, if you're underweight, taking medications that require food, or have any chronic health conditions, this is where medical supervision becomes essential. Your body's wisdom includes knowing when to stop. The growth hormone that's been protecting your muscles this entire time is now at maximum levels, up to 5 times normal. This is why studies show that fasting preserves lean mass better than traditional calorie restriction. Your body has millions of years of evolution telling it, Save the muscle, burn the fat. It knows muscle is what will help you find your next meal. Here's something that might blow your mind. Our ancestors regularly went 3 to 5 days without food. Not by choice, but by circumstance. A failed hunt, seasonal food scarcity, migration between territories. The humans who could efficiently switch to belly fat, burning after 48 to 72 hours, were the ones who survived. Those who couldn't make this metabolic switch or whose belly fat wouldn't release its stores didn't make it. You're not fighting against your body when you fast. You're actually activating an ancient program written into your DNA. Your belly fat isn't stubborn because your body hates you. It's stubborn because your body is trying to protect you, saving that energy for what it perceives as a potential famine. But once you pass those 3 checkpoints, once you wait out that biological timer, your body trusts you enough to open the vault. And when it does, the transformation isn't just physical, it's metabolic, cellular, and even psychological. So here's the thing about your belly fat. It's not stubborn, it's strategic, it's not broken. It's following a program older than civilization itself. Now you know the timer: 24 hours for the first lock, 48 hours for the second, 72 hours for the complete system to activate.